coming from the jungles. There's an ambush. What do you want to
Ooh,
do?
okay.
I'm
Let's
not.
see.
I'm not sure if my screenshot's loaded in yet. Oh, it's good. The internet's behaving, and it's not taking 5 minutes for a single screenshot.
Okay. Let's see what's over here. No, get it. How'd they get guns? Oh
They've
man.
been
Oh yeah,
picking
they
them
they
up as they go.
probably
Yeah, they've been picking them up as they go
yeah,
along.
yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so what I want them to do is Kenneck's obviously gonna fall back just a bit, just to gain some cover, make sure he doesn't get a few holes pumped into him. And the platoon there, I think what they're gonna do is form like a sort of screen along the tree line. If they have any las guns, obviously they're gonna return fire
Mhm.
and make room for other platoons to sort of line up and make a reserve. The knights, they can just go crazy. They
Sure.
can form a screen if they want, but I doubt they're gonna be sane enough to just perform actual orders, so they can just run straight at them if they choose to.
Sure.
Um,
Okay. So
but yeah.
the company with company B kind of form
Mhm.
a screen up to the kind of long grass kind of tree line.
Yeah,
Cool.
they can do that, and so the first five pieces of the company can form the screen. The other five can go support the knights.
Uh-huh.
Then, as more begin to pile in, then we could start actually like incrementally moving, try to see like incrementally moving towards the enemy line.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can at least some damage.
Okay, cool. I'll take that and I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okie doke.
Okay, so he's grabbing the first five. I turn them. See, they should already be facing this way. I think. Yeah. Let's do that. So they're all facing the right way. So yeah, welcome everybody. I pressed the record button a little bit late, but what we've got is an ambush to finish us off on the old Motch'Ikan campaign as the Perigonio Purgatonius. I'll get the name right one day. Is in that picturesque kind of Last of the Mohicans battle where you got that big old column strung out, and then we've got some nice long grass either side and a few woods and stuff, and they're suffering an ambush. So what we'll do, I don't think we'll do every piece because there is a lot to get through. So what we'll do, we'll just do them two and see the damage that they do. That's a 94, so it's a failure on the left. What about the right? And a 93. So they haven't done any damage at all, those muskets. I'm going to say that these guys move forward and shoot as well. Another 93. Holy shit. Okay, so he says he wants these five to screen, and he wants these guys to move up and support. Now, he's just kind of given an order with like a runner or something up to the knights. The knights, after getting shot up and bit of an ambush, even though it failed, they're a little spooked. But you know what? We're going to roll and see if they have the moral courage to charge. They need to beat a 35. If it fails, maybe they get a little bit startled. But oh, 97. So what happens is the knights freeze, and I stumbled. They're in some serious serious kind of disorganization after that 97. If they get anything close to a serious fail, they'll be running back through the jungles. It's not a good start. But let me see if I can find a disruption token. Maybe there's one in the Kriegsspiel 22. Yeah, there it is. That'll do. And we'll go to... do we want 1? No, we want 5. 4. There we go. So we'll stick a couple of... we'll just say that the knights are disrupted. Motch'Ikan militia. Let's see if they get upset. They don't. They're okay. They kind of failed. Maybe they're a little bit startled. They're going to shoot back. Yeah, with -10, so they need a 25 to do any kind of hits. 63, not good. They're going to, straggle out and share a couple of stuff like that. Straggled, and maybe they're just going to run like that. Column's going to keep on moving. And we'll see what happens. We'll wait for some good stuff for Griphook Ragnash to come in back from work. But he's not going to see this, so we don't need to worry too much. Okay, we'll have the orcs charging out along this line here, and we'll see what the damage is. Oh, 26. So that's at least one hit. So he's definitely scored a bit of damage on the front ones here. Let's shrink it down a bit. 3, 4, 5. Done. All right. Okay. We'll go back to Bishop Canuck. Hey, Bishop. Okay, so I'll run that quickly. There is a lot of auto gunfire coming out of those stony fields there. The Motch'Ikan militia looks a little bit disorganized and a little bit taken off guard at the fact that they've just been ambushed. However, the kind of little screen that you put up did its job and kind of stopped the marauding orcs coming out of the jungle right in front of you. So they kind of stopped them in their tracks, if you like, and made them think twice in the long grass. But there is a lot of whooping and yelling coming from those jungles. Screenshot is loading. Should be with you anytime soon. Come on, you bastard, load.
There it goes. It's good. Okay, I see what's going on. Alrighty. Auto gunfire. That's strange. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Okay. So now that the screen has sort of been formed, we can have more of the other troops sort of like pile in. Especially behind the screen. So if they ever get like damage, they can just fall behind, let the reserve behind them come up and sustain fire in that direction. At least want entire company's worth of people to support the entire company's worth of cavalry to support the militia.
Okay.
Are the Valkyries in?
The Valkyries are not overhead. No.
Okay.
They're kind of doing their thing and helping the kind of big operation up north. So you're shit out of luck on that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the company supporting the militia, what I want them to do is sort of like auto gunfire makes this tricky. I want them to sort of like go into the center of the like militia forces and try to organize a center push right through the cracks of right through that like to try to hit the orc center.
Okay.
And if they can, try to tie up the auto guns, and if they show any signs of like slowing down fire, other cavalry can try to push in to charge.
Okay, cool. Any kind of radio you want to send down the line, or?
I guess we can send the order down to the other companies. Tell them to form up and that we've been ambushed, of course.
Cool.
Or what were you meaning?
So because you got the companies back towards the rear of the line and stuff. I don't know if you want to kind of
convey that we have an ambush. So supply company can prepare just supplies prepare to like try to reinforce a line to our the north, because all these orcs popping out of nowhere.
Sure.
Also scream litanies at them. I feel like that always works.
Scream litanies. Okay, no worries.
Yes.
Okay. Scream a litany. Let's go for that willpower. So he needs a 27 on the morale if he's gonna order them to scream litanies. So let's have a look and see if they get the Emperor's blessing. They do not. We're not going to be too harsh with it, but so this bunch of dudes is going to help out the militia. What they're going to do, we're not sure. These guys are, I'm going to say, these 5 form up heavy weapons and mortars, etc. coming out, and these guys keep on moving. Everyone's gonna, I mean, he did radio that we're getting under attack, but from the woods, so maybe they're going to get themselves ready like that, which is not such a bad order. So yeah, maybe they will go out on the tree line. Yeah, they're coming off the road, and yeah, these guys are probably going to maybe even form up around the farm. Have like 3 platoons in support with the mortars and platoon commander there, and yeah, these guys are just going to be doing what they do. Does he want to form up around the farm? No, he's just probably going to keep marching. So I mean, this guy he's a loner, So yeah, he'll do what he wants to do. They'll do their thing like that, and we'll check on the morale of those knights. See if they can bring it back. It's an 81 after a 97. I'm going to say they're starting to break. Not good for the knights as these guys start coming straight out. The litanies didn't work over the big old Vox, but we're going to say that these troopers here try and help out the militia. I'll give them a +10. So then you just need a fellowship. So it's like a 29, it's a 43. They're trying to get themselves into order because yeah, the fellowship, oh, it's a 16. So they needed a 26. So it's a failure of, yeah, not great. But we'll see if the militia can do it on their own. They can't. Is the auto fire going to be any good? 24, okay. So that is Griphook Ragnash's stat is range combat 42. So 42, 32, 2 hits. And some of these guys at the front, as they're trying to get organised and everything. They're going to shoot back though with a 30, so yeah, okay, not bad. Maybe the presence of these platoons and squads helped out. So yeah, they're definitely shooting back. Let's just put them on there. It's a lot of chaos, but yeah, he's going to have to order some kind of charge. Good old Bishop Kennick has been caught off guard. He's not sure what to do. And yeah, we'll say that they're definitely firing. And so we'll do 1 for the fire. It's a fail. But what about the support? What's the support value for these guys? It is quite low. 25. Oh, they hit. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to say 1, 2, 3. You know what? We'll do some on the back one as well. Yeah, mortars and heavy machine guns. I mean, it's not crazy effective, but it's just effective enough. So yeah, we'll do it that way. And yeah, you know what? They're gonna hit the back row as well. So everyone that didn't get hit. So this one, ugh, god damn it. No, that's not the button we want. Okay, so do 1, 2, 3 like that. That'll work out. So charges for the orcs. Oh, what is the close combat value? 43. So 43, 33, 23, 13. 4 hits. That is quite a devastating charge on that screen. Bearing in mind 5. Actually, now they're platoons, so Jesus. All right. So yeah, it's a bit of chaos. know what we'll do? We'll wait. We'll wait for that. We're going to move these 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to move in down the knights, and they're going to hit the front. These guys, I mean, what can they really do? Actually, we should probably roll a support value for mortars over here as well as they set themselves up. Let's not shorthand him. 85, no good. Right. Okay, let's set him up. Turn 3. Okay, let's just fly through this. Okay, Bishop.
I'm here.
So the orcs have come out of the long grass and hit this screen line like a train, and
Ooh.
it's close and heavy fighting as the orcs smash in to this screen line. There's reports coming from up the line that the Motch'Ikan Crusaders Knights are looking like they're panicking. Looks like they've been kind of caught unaware, and they've kind of failed a morale test. They're panicking. It looks like they might be starting to break. Just beside you, you've got some guys from Company E that have laid up some mortar fire and some heavy bolter fire as well, and started laying into the orcs. And it seems to be doing its job. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be a close combat slog.
Got it. Okay. The cavalry screen, what they can do is they can fall back a bit, try to lure the orcs out into open area, so the other companies can try to. If it is going to be close combat, I'd rather have it on flat, clear terrain. Kennick can try to go over there if it's safe, preferably maybe with some escort to the militia, and try to spark up their faith just a bit, to inspire them just a bit. Every alternating 5 blocks, if possible. If not, then I can form new orders for them. Every alternating 5 blocks, 1 will go to the or 5 will go to the part with the militia, and the other 5 will go to the just pure crusade forces.
Okay.
So yeah, so just so we have try to get somewhat of an even spread across all lines.
No worries. So yeah, every 5 is moving up the line and helping the militia and the knights. Okay, got it. And you're heading over to the militia just to the right of you, yeah?
Yeah, just try to incite their faith in the Emperor once more.
No worries, you got it. Alright, so as this chaos going on, Bishop goes over and puts himself front and center with all this militia going on. Now, he said every 5 blocks, so it's interesting that we're going to have a mix of platoons here. You know what, we'll have these guys moving over, but I mean he's probably not going to be able to do this, as he sits there, and probably is going to lay in some fire with that. But it looks like he wants the guys to keep on moving, so that's what we're going to do. And he's probably going to get to about there. So he's, I think, changing his orders a little bit, but makes sense. They are kind of on their guard. I'm going to say that maybe this guy in Company A, as he's a loner, let's test his tactical. Oh, he's failed. So it's a terrible fail. He's going to stay where he is. Whether it proves to be a good choice or not for him, we don't know. But he's gotten that order, and Company A near the back saying that he's going to fortify Beck's farm. We'll have to remember to tell him that. But yeah, so absolute chaos. And I'm not sure whether to chuck in these boys or not. We'll wait maybe another turn. Right, so he's going to move in. He's going to try and inspire them. So let's grab those dice. And he's tried to do it once before. We're going to give him a +10. So here's, see, the morale of, see, it's more of a fellowship type of thing, but yeah, we'll give him a morale boost for we'll put it on the morale. So he needs a 37 or better to do this. Have faith in the Emperor and hold. Oh, he's got a 22. He's done it. So they're going to form up and they're going to start to shoot back. But maybe these guys are going to go like that. These guys are going to push forward. But yeah, he's got to. Going to have a bit of a firefight on his hands, and yeah, these guys are going to push forward. So he's gone and done it with that plus, and they're going to form themselves up. Do the knights here? Let's have a look. I need a 35 or better. 83. Ugh, that's not good. It's not good for them. And we're going to say that these orcs charge in. (23 to a 38). So we're going to say that these guys are just all over the place. It's a devastating type of situation. As try and maybe hold this little hamlet here and like that, and it's all a mess. These guys are going to come in. I'm going to say that the knobs start moving in as well. Maybe a couple of Gretchen assassins. See if they can't scare the shit out of Bishop Kennick, and we're going to start moving these guys in as well. So let's just put them in like that. Just squeeze them in. He should win it, but you know, it's certainly in a rumble in the jungle now. So we're going to do the firefight for the auto gunners and the militia. Nothing great. Obviously these orcs aren't all that well trained, but these guys are certainly going to hit these, and we'll see. Actually, what was close combat for? Is it like a 30 something? Okay, we're just going to say that they're one hits on some of these guys. Boom, 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 like that. But as for Stony Fields doesn't look like they've got it. Close combat for Purgatonius is 31, so not very good. Although, actually, we're rolling for the Motch'Ikans, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll do the support value for the mortars and whatever. 91, no good for this lot. We'll do maybe support value for these 5. 17. Okay, so that is, what's the support value again? 25. Ugh. Not enough to get a second, but you know what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe on him. We'll be kind and do another one like that back there. Stands to reason. We're going to do close combat for this lot. See what happens. Oh, so close combat for them is 31, right? So it's a hit back at least. 1 and back again is 25, and their close combat is 43. So 43, 33, 2 back. 50% casualties, they're getting out of the way. They're gonna come in, kneel, and go for a volley. 55, 51, no good. Oh, these Purgatonians aren't doing great. Not good at all. But did we move everyone up? I think we have. Okay. Let's go in for the screenshot. Turn 4. How are we doing? Okay, just about 10 minutes of turns, so that's not so bad. We're getting there. I'm back. Are you there, Bishop?
How's it going?
So, in the last few moments, you have moved up to the Motch'Ikan militia. There, you do a rousing speech and say, "For the love of the Emperor, you need to fight," and that seems to get them steady. And most of them push forward up into the stony fields and offer a few more volleys. The fire coming from the stones themselves doesn't seem all that accurate. You haven't suffered major losses from the gunfire coming in, but if you kind of look down the road, you can just about see, through the foliage and the long grass and stuff, that the knights up near the front are getting absolutely hammered.
Okay.
Company E behind you reports that it's just offered another volley to the orcs coming out and has done some pretty good damage to them. There's mortar fire coming from over there as well, and probably seems to be doing some pretty good damage. Company B, the screen that you put up, has had to kind of fall back a bit. It's that the 5 blocks in the screen have now suffered 50% casualties in that hand-to-hand that they just did with the orcs. It's pretty rough. What do you want to do?
Okay. The reserve in this the screenshot can sort of face down the road and prepare for any combat, as well as like 2 of the blocks from the guardsmen there can sort of turn around and support them.
Okay.
For that endeavor up the road. Any remaining militiamen can of course fall back. Any more guardsmen can of course like try to pile in and help with anything that they can. Really, I prefer to keep the distribution a tad bit equal, but I'll leave it up to commanders to assess if one situation is dire or another. I really need more support in that 50% casualty area. Did I pick that up correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you also get a report from Company A, which is over by Beck's farm to the west. He reports that he is fortifying Beck's farm as the rest of the column continues to kind of keep on marching, but put a steady BDI looking north. But they haven't been ambushed that far west yet.
Yeah. Check where Beck's farm is.
It's just that little house. It's like the second one along.
Why? Okay. I'm to get the hell out of there and keep marching.
Okay.
I appreciate the effort, but there's if the enemy hasn't been spotted, then one shouldn't be too hasty to begin forming defenses.
Okay.
Yeah, it's essentially it. Just try to get them to pile in, continue with the previous orders. Every 5 per each like sort of front that I have going on.
Cool. Okay. Okay. So continuing as ordered. So Company E here, which is kind of forming the screen, they'll keep themselves to themselves. Company F is gonna move along. Company B are probably gonna try and move along and reattach themselves to Bishop Kennick over here, and everyone else just continues to move along. That's a weak stomach. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna say that Company G over here, being a bit abstract, saying that we're gonna throw all sorts of command decisions at him, and they're going to say that they're fortifying the toll tower. But this is where companies get a little bit mixed up, because okay, you know what? I'm just going to join. Just going to join the rear and stuff. Let's just keep all the action over here. Yeah, we'll bring these boys in if we need them. But he's getting through a lot, and yeah, all the actions here. So that's all he needs to worry about, really. Yeah, if we cater to what we need to. No need to make it overcomplicated for ourselves, especially when it looks like that. But yeah, okay, let's go. Okay, he's probably going to be doing more of a rousing speech as well. So let's give him, say, like a +20 on that willpower. So yeah, 27, 87, no good. It's some pretty damn fails. So, not some pretty damn, but some pretty damn horrible fails for Bishop Kennick when he's trying to do his rousing speeches. That's for sure. But yeah, let's have a look at these knights. One more failure, they're gone. They're running through. Oh, Oh, it's 100. They're gone. Fleeing through the forest. They're off. They're gone. So much for knights. But these guys are gonna now 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean they see these coming down the road and roll 100 and they're off. Not even Bishop Kennick's kind words can get him done. So let's say that some of these turn in. Oh yeah, we need to maybe sort stuff out here. Say that they're ransacking the hamlet here. Say that there's some muskets in there as well. Move the knobs up. You know what? Let's be cheeky with these Gretchen assassins. Let's see if they can try and kill a few here. Get in on the flank. So 71 for them and 41 for them. They're definitely going to do it. At least for one hit with a 41, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. And the militia is going to open fire on the guys in the hamlet. So let's roll that. See what damage they can do. 54, no good. Support value 88, no good either. People are still marching up, but yeah, let's see what happens with the guys in front. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Do the close. No, we'll do the gunfighting first, as always. Oh, that is a 6 and a 13. So 35, 25, 15. That's 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we did say the orcs suffer a 5. So they're going to get out of dodge. They're going to fall back. And then they're going to let the close combat guys come in. So they did damage of, he's got 42, 32, 22, 12. Wow. Okay, so that is on the edges here. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Let's see what, 42, 32, 22. Oh, that's 5 damage. Ooh, no good. Ugh. Why do I keep missing? So that was just for the gunfire alone. Actually, no, we'll be kind. We'll say that the guys on the edges only got it this time, as it's a lot more close quarters here. Right, now for the hand-to-hand stuff. Oh, they're holding their ground. That's not so bad. So, with a 41, no, 43. 2 each. They're moving in as well, so get it done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. It's chaos, and then they hit back. Oh, close quarters for these guys. There's only a 31, so 31, 21. That's 2 back. So every guy gets a 2. Oops. Yeah, this is... Need to get rid of these. That makes it a bit more better. Support value. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can't be a bit more gracious to Bishop Kennick with the support value here. Oh, that's a 1 and a 10. Nice. And the support value is 25. 25, 15. 2 hits. So let's go 2, 2. And then go 1, 2, 1, 2. Over here. Another volley. For 7. Oh shit, that's amazing. So range combat 33. 33. 23. 13. 3 hits. It's all gone. It's all gone. First wave. Boom. Dead. In comes the second. For close combat. So you can say there's a knob and some more Gretchen assassins. Say that these guys start to occupy the chapel and attack that. That'll be fine. And yeah, let's say they. I mean, let's just see what damage they can do for that. 10. Oh shit! Range combat 42. We'll say that these 4 blocks get. We'll halve it. Like that. Considering they moved and fired. So yeah, close combat. Over here. $94, that's pretty bad. And 42. We'll say that they're holding their ground. But yeah. We'll say that these guys chased them off into the jungle, and they're gone. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Just move them forward, and see what the Bish does with this information. Turn 4. Absolute murder. Right, so now that's loaded. Okay, yeah, it's not so bad. We're doing 10-minute turns. Hey, Bish.
Going on.
So, bad news from the Knights. They fled. They fled into the jungle. They fled south. They were overrun by the marauding orcs. They just couldn't hold their ground. In front of you, though, the militia is doing its best to fight back. What seems like a lot of angry boys coming out of those rocks. Mortar fire and some heavy weapons are trying their best to lay down support. It's tearing up those rocks pretty good. Company E reports that it's doing very well in holding off the orcs in its kind of little sector from where you came from. Yeah, they butchered a hell of a lot of orcs and stuff. However, it looks like some gunners, some auto gunners from the orcs have occupied the respite chapel.
Oh, that's not good.
So yeah, it's a walled kind of fortification there. So they're laying some fire in from that direction.
Got it.
The guy in Company A acknowledges your order, and he's kind of rejoining the column. But yeah, in front of you, it's some real heavy fighting, man.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Let's try to get the guardsmen as involved as possible. If that front line can sort of retreat back, let the refreshed militia push up and have the guardsmen reinforce and patch up any spots. Especially because I know the militia that's taking like the brunt, the ones that have like 7 on their markers right now. They can definitely fall back and let as much guardsmen as possible patch up that hole.
Sure.
Just slowly like replace the militia with the guardsmen in hopes to like try to push them back. For matters of the chapel, try to redirect mortar fire to it. Man, that's a tricky situation. Yeah, redirect mortar fire to it. Let the guardsmen have some space to breathe so they're not too close to target of armaments. And everything's going well. Try to just shove as many guardsmen up there as possible. I know it's going to be a scrap, but I'd rather have it.
Sure.
I'd rather have as much men as possible in it as much men as possible in it.
No worries, we'll do. Okay, so he wants these guys maybe to pull back, and then guys from Company F will try and plug the gap. So this is what we'll do. We'll say that these guys pull out, these guys plug the gap as best as they can. But in doing so, opens a hole up for these Gretchen assassins. Boom. Yeah, hitch a ride on some of the back of the fleeing militia. So yeah, these guys are just gonna move up. I need to maybe give some more reports from individual stuff, but I mean with the small pieces, I can appreciate it's probably hard to tell where stuff is really coming from. So tell you what we'll do. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, and they're going to lay down some fire on the chapel. See if they can't take it back. Company E's fine. These guys going to start moving up along the thing. I don't think we need to worry about an ambush coming from here. It would ruin his day. It's how we design the scenario, and if maybe we have more players, we could do it, but we're not going to do it today. So it's only him. It's only the bish. So I'm going to say it's a 50-50 if these militia start to charge. I'm going to roll. Yeah, I'm going to give them that plus 20 on a morale. So they just need a 55 and over. Come on. They're staying put. Even with that it's an 89. I can't do it. They're just coming in and smashing in. I'm going to tell you what. These guys are going to come in like that. And these guys going to do that. I'm going to say 2 turns from these orcs, and then they're going to maybe scarper off. Say that these guys may be a bit too tough, and then we'll see if he wants to pursue or if he wants to just continue to head east. seem to be doing okay for time, I think. Yeah, turn 5, we're at 50 minutes in. So let's see. Let's see if he's got this solid taste of battle. But tell you what, right, so boom boom boom. Right, we've got, I'm gonna give an advantage to these militia here, as there's more of them. Give them like a plus 10. And then we'll roll the support. 36. What? It's just off, but with the support, sure. The orcs don't penetrate. What's the support doing? Oh, nice. And the support value is 25. Yeah, so that is 25, 15, 2 hits. Let's see what these guys do. These will probably be a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe not. Maybe they just form up again. Shooters probably going to shift around to here. And Gretchen assassins go for the bishop. $83. No good. But we'll tell him that he's got Gretchen assassins coming in for him. What does he want to do? He can have a little bit of a hand-to-hand stuff for the, for making him wait so long. He can get stuck into the action. Now, he did say he wanted these guys to fall back. There's not really enough room to go around, but I mean they're going to try and change themselves over in the middle of the fight. Maybe stragglers just pull themselves out and hit to the back. You know what? I'm going to say that this guy comes back here. Let's trade it out like that. That'll work. Okay. Hand to hand again, all along the line. What's it going to do? Even with the bishop expiring them. Tell you what, that's just holding the line, isn't it? It's doing nothing. An 88 for the bishop. He's not inspiring his men all that great, is he? Damn. Okay, Company E. The guy's holding the line. Just holding. No good. Okay, the assault on Respite Chapel. Get chewed up. That is 3 hits. Poor old Company I. Who is in charge of Company I? Where's Platoon 1? Is it this one? He's a noble. Oh dear. Would he charge? Being a noble, would he like to see the orcs occupy that chapel? I don't think he will. But we'll roll the support value. Oh. We're going to say that damn. We're just going to say that faulty rounds on one of those guys with that 100 roll. That's 2 100s in one game. That's crazy. We're going to say that maybe some mortar fire from the toll house here helps out as well. Is it going to be enough? Support value, I'm going to say that with the plus, say that there's like that. No good. Oof. So these guys move up. But it's a lot to think about. I mean, I've given him 10 companies, but I mean, I can appreciate that it's a tough battle. Tough battle for him. And that's why we're not using these 6. We're just going to be doing this. Alright. So... do that. Turn 5. Did I roll supports for that? I can't remember. Did I? If I can't remember, I probably didn't. What's the support? 51. No good. It's just a big old smash. I guess he hasn't got a lot of tactical options either. Maybe we need. Yeah. Maybe we need to lighten up a bit, and yeah, maybe we need to lighten up a bit along here as the orcs have been in it for 3 rounds. Maybe they start to run away. Let's give him a bit. Let's give him some options. Let's give him some options. Let's say the boys run away, and maybe he can occupy the stony fields, and then we'll see, and we'll bring in maybe 2 or 3 more for the big show. All right. Okay, Bishop. So your men are holding. The militia are doing okay. It's a real big melee though, and as you're kind of conducting your troops and saying your litanies and look into your looking at your little accomplices and your staff all around you. One of your staff gets butchered by a Gretchen assassin that has managed to make its way through the lines. What are you gonna do?
Obviously stab the assassin to death.
Okay. Let's. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for it right now, and we're gonna see what happens.
Just have anyone with a lance or anyone with some sort of spiky thing to stab it. It's hilarious.
Okay, so you go and stab it. It's a close miss, and he manages to slice your hand and just cut it on the way back as a parry. But your Vox operator says that Company I are trying to retake the Respite Chapel, but are under heavy fire from the occupiers in it at the moment. The guys up in Stony Fields, they're holding their ground, and Company F has kind of plugged that gap as best as it could, the way you ordered it to. But there is a lot of orcs coming from the east. What do you want to do?
Instead of stabbing the Gretchen, I'll try shooting him now.
Okay.
But for matter of the chapel, I would say fall back. Just try to deliver as much fire as possible, mortar fire, everything. Any sort of ranged weaponry that could sort of dislodge that position should be used. Have any injured units fall back, get a rest while the guardsmen sort of...
Where would you like them to fall back to? I mean, you've got jungle to the south of you. You've got the way that you came towards the Respite Chapel. There's orcs over by there.
Just south.
Just south, okay.
Yeah, like where all those other units are resting up.
Sure.
Let's see. Yikes. Try to get them if any cavalry units can sort of like run in and try to see if you can scout out for a war boss or something. Try not to get themselves killed or anything, but if possible, try to exploit some of the flanks that they have as well. Because in the screenshot I can see a slight little opening between the orc lines, right where the militia and I don't know.
Looks like Company E. Yeah.
Just that little line there. So try to see if that can be, or if anyone can sort of exploit that in any way.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Since this is all melee, it shouldn't be that bad. You could actually run in and some severe damage, especially cavalry.
Yeah. But yes, it's
Yeah.
it's rather tight. Yeah, it's a bit of I wanted you to feel claustrophobic amongst the tall grass.
Yeah. A lot of bread, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
That'll be orders for now.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll have we'll start from left to right this time. So let's have a look and see if Company I can take it back. Oh, they do with that. Is there range combat? That's okay. So that's 2 hits on those guys. Nothing back. What about the support value? 20. That's a hit. I'm going to say they're now bugging out. They're not going to hold it. These guys move up to take the Respite Chapel. So good old, where is he? The noble has taken the Respite Chapel. He didn't want to have it tarnished by the orcs. Company E. Let's see what they're going to do. 22 versus a 30. So close combat for these guys is okay. 1. So and then they hit back for 22. Yeah. 3 hits back along the line here. I'm going to say that seeing that, yeah, I think it's an opportunity now to maybe fall back into the jungle and see what Bishop Kenneth wants to do, whether he wants to chase after them or whether he wants to continue to march towards the east. But yeah. Now, when we did design these regiments, this is funny because the Progressio Purgatorius were supposed to be a crusade regiment, but some are on horseback. So, yeah, a bit weird that, yeah, we've got infantry blocks. But, yeah, most of them are infantry, but, yeah, with some supporting cavalry. We didn't really depict that as well as we could have. Mainly because I forgot, but we won't tell Bishop. Right, let's see what these militia can do, and let's have him let him have 2 turns to speak. Oh shit, it's a 91 and a failure. Ah, that's not good. 43. 4 hits. But you know what? Just for fun, and because they held the line pretty well, we're going to say that the support value gets a +20. Come on, hit them. And looks like we did the job. Just. So everyone gets a 1. So he's a goner, he's a goner. Boom, 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 boom. And you know what? We'll add 1 for you as well. And you know what? A knob gets it as well. And I'm going to say that these guys head off back into the jungle. See if the Gretchen assassin can do any good. what about him and his... Yeah, he's going to get him. He's going to kill this Gretchen assassin just. So into the dead pile. There you go. And we're going to have a bit of a combat over here. So start with this block over here. So 12 and a 91. That's not good. So 1, 2, 3. So say 3. Not good at all. But as the orcs are seen leaving across the line, these guys also want to maybe duck away as well. I'll say that. These guys stay because they're a different thing. So we'll do this lot for close combat. Aha! So that is what, 2? Is it 2? Three. Oof. 1, 2, 3. 3 along there. 4. Now these are 35, so that's 35, 25. So 2 back. They wipe them out. Boom. You know what? For good measure, we'll get rid of him as well. And say that some sporadic fire comes from some stuff here. But yeah, these guys run away. And we'll let him have some breathing room to test what he wants to do. Now the militia are going to move into, at least the fresh ones, or the semi-fresh ones are going to go in, while these guys sit back here to try and recuperate. I'm going to say that the bishop himself moves forward. Company B, what's left of it, is going to try and reform. So yeah, we're going to have, tell you what, we're going to have Company B come over here. Company F, not that it matters too much about where these guys are going to end up, because he can't see, and we haven't been keeping track of it as well as we could have. So 6, 5, 6, and then Company B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may have lost one from Company. Oh, there's one from B. But yeah, okay. Fine. Okay. You know what? I'm going to say that there's some sporadic fire coming from the northeast. And there you have it. So let's give him 2 turns to think about what he wants to do. We'll say that these boys have been spent, and we can move them back into the mountains. Yeah, they've done a good scare, and we'll see what he wants to do, and whether he wants to chase them or whether he just wants to keep moving east. And maybe we'll hit him with a surprise or 2. Done. Okay, turn 6. Okay, we're slowing down, but hopefully we'll get things up. Where's the rest of Company F gone? Okay, yeah, we'll move. You know what? Doesn't matter. No, never mind. Keep him there. Okay, so I'm going to move some blocks along, so we don't forget. I think we didn't move them last turn, so we're going to just make them go like that. Okay, come along now. They're going to join the back of the queue. Heavy fighting. Okay, Bishop Kennock.
Ooh.
So in the last 5 to 10 minutes, I'll start from left to right. So Company I, which were kind of self-tasked with retaking the Respite Chapel, have retaken it, but have suffered about 1/3 casualties in doing so. But they've the guy who is actually like an old noble's son who is in charge of that company, reports that he couldn't stand to see the orcs occupy the chapel, so he had to take it back for the emperor. It hasn't been damaged too badly by the orc filth, but he's managed to retake it. Company E has shot off some orcs, and they have retreated back into the jungles. The militia has pushed forward and managed to push off the orcs in the stony field as well. And yeah, it looks like the orcs are falling back for the moment. And there is some kind of sporadic fire coming from the northeast. You have Company F, or at least half of it, to the right of you, and what's left of Company B that hasn't been damaged is kind of forming a cordon around you as you finish off the last Gretchen assassin by shooting it in the head, and it just goes pop, and that's it. What would you like to do now?
It's hard to say. Any, like, sort of just try to parade them with fire while marching up as close as possible to the tree line to try to just gain a tad bit of intel to see if there will be a countercharge. I presume there's an orc force here. There has to be a war boss. So, everyone's just going to be assigned to move up just a bit to see if they can see anyone or anything. Just try to brace for another attack. I could see if commander of Company I decides to fortify
He immediately says back on the Vox that he's going to fortify it. And Company G, the commander there, also says he is fortifying the toll tower, which is kind of just across the road from the Respite Chapel. So it's an old kind of structure, but he's going to fortify that as well.
Okay, that works. Any scouts amongst the men in the immediate area?
You can certainly use some of the Motch'Ikan militia to scout about if you wanted to. Yeah, they know the jungle; it's their home world.
Yeah, have them do that. I mean, of course, don't like try to go on a 10-mile hike, but just try to give us a rough location of where the orcs are at. And once that gets reported back, we can start raining mortar fire on that immediate area.
Sure. Okay. Let me just process that, and I'll be back in 5 to 10.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So sure. So we've got some sporadic fire coming from the northwest. We'll say that these guys are tasked on their own initiative to hunt them out. Got some scouts out here in the forest, in the jungle, doing their thing. I'm going to say that these Motch'Ikans are desperate to protect what's left of this hamlet here, as they do a little fortification type of thing and see if there's any survivors from the hamlet. Say that see if these Motch'Ikans shoot them off. Well, they do. Pretty convincingly, actually. Oh. What's that? 35, 25, 50. 3 hits. It's enough to scare them off. What do they hit back with? Just 1. So, yeah. Boom, boom. And they're goners. They're going to go back to the mountains. Pew, pew, pew. Right, okay, so these guys doing that. I'm going to say Company F goes up to the tree line as best as it dare to. Oh, getting all butterfingers now. No, they're just going to go into the jungles like that. Get some more of Company F as well. Maybe even, maybe just spread them out just a little bit. Company E is going to move up to the tree line as asked. And just gonna move these guys along. Now, what is Company D? Slow mover. Maybe he shouldn't be moving fast at all. Maybe he should be slowing down. Tell you what, we'll say that Company D commander is going to turn around and say that he's tired. Seems like a fair cop. I'm going to get these guys out of the way. I'll say turn 7. He can certainly see a bit more now, and that'll be that. Turn 7. See, you know what? We'll just roll to see if there's any more. It's gonna, oh wow, a 10. So that's 25, 15. 2 hits on the guys coming this way. We'll do it like that. Like that. Well, can't be more fair than that. Laying some mortar fire down into the jungle. Okay, so mortar fire opens up into the jungles. You hear some kind of wailing and stuff in the distance as they.
Apologies, I just got back.
That's okay. So yeah, you fired some mortar rounds into the jungle. Seems like you might have hit something, as you know you hear some wails and cries from the trees out there. The militia managed to shoot off that kind of sporadic fire coming from the northwest. That's calmed down, and they've kind of sent out a few scouts into the jungle, and they'll be reporting back momentarily. Some of the Motch'Ikan militia has moved up to Volk's hamlet just to see if they are going to check for survivors, as there was orcs kind of running amok in it only a few moments ago.
Yeah.
In front of you, you've got Company F, which has kind of formed a line kind of on the tree line there. Out to the left, Company E has done the same. Company I reports that it's fortifying that respite chapel. It's pretty damn good defensible position. And just behind you, Company D continues its march, and its commander reports to you that with all this marching, he's ever so slightly tired, but he wonders what he can do for you.
Got it. Tell him he can take the rest momentarily, but just keep in mind that it will most likely be short-lived.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, my Discord is acting crazy.
That's okay.
Let's see. Yeah, that will be short-lived. Let's wait for scouts to report. In the general direction, we can just try to pop off shots to see if anything responds. Of course, actually, no, never mind. I don't want to hit a scout in accident. Let's see. Yeah, Deacon rest momentarily. Company I, what they can actually do is they can make sure artifacts of the Imperial Truth have been are intact.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Make sure everything's okay. Put it back where it should be left. Burn anything that doesn't belong there. And yeah, I think that should be good. Also, just keep an eye out, see if Company J would drop anything. Yeah, I think that'll be orders from now.
Okay, cool. I'll process that and be back in 5 to 10. And look who just showed up right at the pinnacle. Hello there, boy. Don't get too comfy. The thing is, you just walked in at the crucial moment where I was doing a quick drag action and doing a camel. So, alright. Yeah, just getting your. Yeah, you just sit in Pumphouse and the glass and cool that way. I'll give you a screenshot.
Can I borrow your headphones?
Oh, you want my headphones? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because the other side really work. Very close. Yeah. Connection and.
I'll give you a moment to set that up then, and I'll give you a screenshot. Alright. The chief himself has turned up on the field. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. You got it. Yeah. Nah. You might need to. You might need to restart your computer because I know you leave it on all day. I can hear you from the other room just.
So that's doing that.
Okay, that's restarting. Right, so
Zoom into what I will be able to see from my position.
okay, well you're up here in the ruined fane.
Okay, is this what I can see?
This is what you can see.
And what has been reported to me?
So over the last half an hour,
Yeah.
your orcs have conducted an ambush
Yeah.
on a road to the south
Yeah.
as a long column
Yeah.
of imperial, what looks like imperial priests
Yeah.
and stuff, and some Motch'Ikans
Yeah.
headed eastwards.
Yeah.
And they conducted an ambush.
Yeah.
They said they got a lot of heavy weapons,
Yeah.
a few horses,
Yeah.
and well, they gave them a bit of a bloody nose,
Yeah.
and managed to chase off some Motch'Ikans.
Yeah.
These imperial boys, they're a bit more tougher.
Yeah. Is that what's happening over here?
Yeah, those guys have just kind of retreated away. But you've got about I'll say you got like 5 regiments that you can move around. So
So give me numbers.
give you numbers.
Yeah, what's that in numbers?
Oh, about 25,000
Okay.
orcs.
And what are the assumed or reported numbers of the Imperial enemy? Scum. Emperors. Emperors.
Orcs can't count, but there's a lot.
That's a lot. Okay. And the type of fire we're taking, is it from a tank? More?
No, it's just infantry and a few horses and Motch'Ikans and stuff. They were in a column.
More Motch'Ikans or more Imperial?
Well, there's a mix. It's a mix of both, Motch'Ikans and Imperials.
Okay, and what have I got in
got-
troops?
Auto gunners. You've got Gretchen assassins. You've got a few knobs.
Gretchen Assassins.
Yeah.
When did you create those? Were they like little ninja? Are they reconnaissance and stealth units, or are they actual battle?
They're battle ready. You know, they're in the jungle. They know the jungle. Yeah,
Okay.
this is what they do.
But they're not open battlefield units.
No, they kind of sneak in between the lines and go for leaders and stuff.
Okay. And is the Imperial enemy in the forest, or?
The last time they knew, well, they've just been chased off from the road where they ambushed them. Your troops. So they're on the road.
Yeah.
They might be coming into the jungle. They don't
And
know.
how many turns away is the road?
2.
2 turns.
Yeah.
Okay. And the auto gunners are infantry with just automatic firing weapons, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And I've got a few knobs.
You've got a few knobs.
And they've got swords.
Swords, hammers, tree trunks. You know.
And have I got any axe boys or?
Yeah, you've got loads of sluggers. Yeah.
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 Axes and choppers.
Axes and choppers, few bits of metal from stuff that they've torn off from previous battles.
But only the auto gunners with.
Recycled Imperial equipment. I just call them auto guns. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
they work exactly the fucking same.
Well, I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna do William the Bastard.
William the Bastard.
Yes.
Is it? Go on.
How
Explain.
many? Okay, so give me the
Like
ratio.
a shield wall or what? What do you want to do?
No.
You want to retreat and then come at them from pincers or what?
Well, the assassins, they can take the flanks and lay in wait, but they're going to main, be detached from the main central column. If this is the main central column, they're going to be like this, flanking, automatic flanking, and they're gonna set up their position first to make sure they get there first and can bed in and can camouflage.
Yeah.
That is their first order and priority. Camouflage in their position.
Yeah.
And then we are gonna. Well, I'm meant to be. What my?
You're a warlord. Come on.
No, what were my characteristics again? I was.
You were brutally cunning.
Brutally cunning. So our sluggers and choppers are going to be the front line.
Yeah.
And we're going to.
How long do you want this front line?
Let's say. If I do 4 units wide, can I?
Okay, I'll give you an option. Do you want it to be 1 regiment wide or 2 regiments wide?
1 regiment wide.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're going to slowly march forward as if they're scouting, looking out.
Yeah.
Pretending that they're not sure. And, when they engage the enemy, they're going to just continue walking forward. And after the enemy has made their first round of firing, they're going to tactically withdraw.
You're going to withdraw again?
No. They're going to tactically just move back in the field on purpose while the auto gunners come forward.
Right. Okay, I gotcha. Right.
Lay down a field of fire.
Yeah. See if you can go sort out that laptop of yours.
Yeah. If we can manage to cause some disarray and confusion, and only if, then we send in the Gretchen assassins for high priority.
Okay. I'll set that up for you. Okay. So, what we'll do... I can't hear you, no. Is it plugged in, right? No. Can't hear you, man.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. That's better. Well, I heard you for a second, but I don't know what you did. Whatever you did before. There you go. Hang on. Yeah. What? Is it just a loose connection or what?
I'm just going to do it without headphones, mate, and we'll just have to close the doors.
What do you mean you're going to do it without headphones?
So I'm just going to do it on my laptop speaker.
Oh, okay.
Microphone.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So it's important to say, dear boy,
Yeah.
that the whole key to this attack is repetition. That the autocannons need to get in a field of fire, but if the Mohicans or anyone gets too close, they tactically withdraw, and then the sluggers and choppers come back.
Will do. Okay. I'll be right back.
All right. Toodaloo.
Okay, Bishop. I'm back.
Go on.
So, scouts report that there is orc movement to the northeast. Seems like a lot of orcs coming in.
Got it.
What do we want to do?
Northeast, you say?
Yeah.
Any exact distance?
Gonna be probably here in 2 turns.
Okay, so 20 minutes away?
About 10.
Okay. Have any sort of artillery bombard the general area of the spotted orc locations, and of course have the scouts fall back. We can sort of rest on the west flank and try to reinforce the east one. So I do see it's sort of just a single line, and as much as I like single lines, it's gonna have to be reinforced. I think that's about it. Any militia fighters, of course, they can come to. Any reports from Volks?
From Volks, you mean Volks Hamlet? Yeah, they found a few survivors and stuff, but yeah, the little hamlet is a little beat up.
Okay.
But
any able-bodied person, give them a stick and tell them to go to the front.
okay.
And any person who's who needs to who's not able-bodied or like too young, they can rest with the rest of the soldiers down to the south, right in that little like spot where they're all hanging out.
Sure.
So yeah, just try to meet the orcs. Maybe just try to bombard the position. I think that'll be
Okay. So
good.
this so this single line you were talking about, do you want to what do you want to do with that? Do you want to send a couple of companies north or northeast or?
Yeah, northeast. Again, we can sort of take the men off of the sort of like to the northwest and move them just a bit to the east.
Okay.
Just so if the orcs are coming down, I presume because I see the scouts went in all directions. I presume that is the only orc force. So I don't want to. So I'm gonna dedicate some of the and on the northwest, like north of like Volks Hamlet, to like go and swing around to the east side.
Okay.
Company E and the other companies that are marching along will reinforce as best they can.
Okay. So yeah, Company D is right behind you. If I was Company D, where would you want me?
Straight ahead or a tad bit to the east, especially right behind some of those injured men of company. I forget what company that is, but the injured men.
Sure.
Yeah. Keep dropping things.
It's okay. We'll get there. We'll get through it. And behind them is Company H. Would you want them to keep moving east, or would you like them to get wherever?
They don't have to dedicate too much, but any men that aren't good as engineering assets, send them to the front. In any spot they're needed.
Will do.
I feel quite uncomfortable with just a single line, so I at least want a double line of like blocks just to have some reserve.
Will do. Okay. So do that, and then you've got the supplies coming up, and everything else.
Supply can sort of if they're coming up in the next.
They'll probably be directly behind you in 2 turns. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Make sure just to supply all the injured. Make sure everything's
Okay, we'll do that. And sure, okay. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. It sounds good.
Okay, so he's ordering some fire into the jungles over here. So what we'll do is we'll do the support value, but because they're in cover, I'm gonna. You know what? They know where they are. They're in cover. It's going to equal out. It's going to equal out. So what we're going to do is we'll roll both of these for guys that are here, guys that are there, guys that are here, and hell, maybe even a few from there. So yeah, we'll roll, and so that is okay. Interesting. Tell you what we'll do. We'll say 1, 1, 1, 1, just like that. You know, just for those sporadic mortar rounds coming in, and then again. That to me looks like a 1 as well, so that gets them another one. Just those front lines getting peppered with mortar fire. Boom. Okay. So Grip Hook, Ragnash, Mugsod, Mad Chopper. We'll say that they're in this lot. And boom. We'll go into general and let that load. Grip Hook, Ragnash, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dr. Major Tom.
Okay, so in the last few moments, some mortar fire has come down just in front of your boys' position. They seem to have got you.
Send me a screenshot.
I will do. It's loading. So yeah, you've got some mortar fire coming in, peppering your boys up near the front.
How many turns away is the? Can we see any visible infantry yet?
You can't see any visible infantry yet, no. But they're bombarding the forest in anticipation of you coming, I would think.
Okay. Well, let's space get some space between the left flank and the assassins.
So the
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So the assassins are on the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get some more space between them, because if they're engaged in melee, the main column,
yeah,
the assassins might get made. So behind all my sluggers and choppers getting mortar fire, what are those units? Are those autocannon?
Yeah. So they're your auto guns, and behind them are some more slugger boys, and then a third wave of more slugger boys and a few more auto gun guys.
Okay. Well, the sluggers and choppers can continue on.
Right.
And the autocannons can follow at a slower pace to get some distance between them and the slugger boys.
Okay, you want a slower pace. Okay, so we'll move them back.
Yeah. Just so there's a bit more room if I need it as well to manoeuvre the sluggers and choppers out the way to bring up the auto cannons, the auto, the machine gunners.
Sure.
We'll call them. Just so if we get flanked or whatever, we don't get like a locked in.
All right.
Probably gonna get more of the hell before I see they're probably gonna like flay my poor orcs to death with mortar fire before I see any infantry.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I have to believe though, and it will happen.
So as you're marching, there's mortar rounds coming down all around you.
Yeah.
And there's reports of your boys up near the front getting it, and a couple also hit your auto gun boys as well.
Okay.
Even if you're marching slower. So that's your report for this turn, and I'll let you
Yeah.
think about it, and I'll go speak to the bishop.
All right.
Okay, bishop, I'm back.
Oh,
So more mortar fire goes into the forest, and you hear a lot of growling and a lot of yelping, and you hear that infamous kind of orcish war cry coming from the jungle. Looks like they're mounting an attack from the northeast. What do you want to do?
Guess same orders as last time, sort of try to reinforce, but yeah, try to send more mortar fire in that direction. It's good as long as we don't hear people screams. Yeah, Kenneth can also go around, forming up the lines, try to see if anything's going on. Carrying around what are those things that they have in churches and stuff like that, where it's like the incense burner?
Oh
Just,
yeah, like there is a
around
name
all
for it,
things.
isn't there? There is a name. I forget what they're called. Yeah, the incense swinging things. Sure.
Yeah,
No worries.
exactly. Just going around like swinging that at people,
We'll do that. Okay, he's trying to rile up the troops again, so he gets that plus 20. Oh, it's a 7. They're frantically cheering as more mortars go into the forest. And we'll say that he gets a glimpse, maybe, of some orcs coming in. I'll tell you what. We'll where's this? We'll say that a few open up along there, and put them just a little bit closer. They're going to hit from the west as well. All right. We'll go speak to Griphook Ragnash and tell him that you know what, we'll give a screenshot to the bishop here. That's what we'll do. We'll say it's probably about turn 10 by now. Well, no, maybe it's turn 9, because I think that's... there you go. There's your screenshot. And then we'll go speak to Come Lightly.
Okay.
So, reports back from your scouts saying that the Imperials have moved up to the tree line, and they must have sent a few scouts in to search which direction you're coming from. But yeah, they're on that tree line, and they're kind of shooting las gun fires and auto gun fires into the forest, and some more mortar fire is coming down. What do you want to do? Doesn't look like they're coming into the forest anytime soon.
Hold the auto cannons back.
Mm-hmm.
The machine gunners.
Yeah.
Keep distance. And of the from the assassins, but push on forward.
You want the assassins to push forward, or the boys?
Have they taken any fire yet?
What, the assassins?
Yeah.
No.
No. Well, let's leave them where they are. If they're camouflaged and the scouts haven't spotted them,
Okay.
we'll leave the rest of the main column in where it is,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll we'll continue pushing forward with the sluggers and choppers to try and engage those firing from us on the tree line.
Okay.
Let's see if we can.
Just with the
stifle-
just with the sluggers, or do you want the auto gun boys to go in there as well?
No, I want to keep the gun boys back for later on in the attack. I just want to stifle
Yeah.
any minor engagement. I want to force him to commit more of his army
Okay. Well,
before I commit more of mine,
okay.
and I just want to stifle the attack, even if I'm losing units.
Yeah.
If it's causing a bit of a stalemate, then that's the goal
Okay.
for now,
For now. Okay.
until things develop and are a bit more clearer.
Okay. I'll be back. So, Bishop, as you're waving your incense globe thingy, and singing your litanies and prayers, and your retinue behind you with lots of incense burning and stuff and scrolls and a big cheer goes up along the line, and just kind of through the trees you see the emergence of orcs. It looks like they're coming in for another attack.
Got it.
Is there anything you would
estimated
wish to
number?
change?
Estimated number?
Estimated number, a good few thousand.
1,000.
Okay.
Okay. Let's divert some of the sunblock, like probably about maybe I would say 5 or 6 to try to reinforce the east. But so far, no orders. Try to do mortar range, or try to fire with mortars.
Okay.
If need be, fall back. Let the orcs fight us on equal ground so we could break them using cavalry. Yeah, that's about all I have right now. Keep Kennick screaming his heart out. Somehow, just through all the bolt gun and las gun fire, the ear deafening stuff, the soldiers can still somehow like hear his voice.
Yeah. It's a very commanding voice.
Yes.
But so they've so your men with your incense and stuff, they're gonna be holding their grounds. They're not gonna be falling back. This is it for them.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool beans. Okay, so he wants these guys to come up to more the east. So we'll do that. We'll say that the assassins spot that, but you know what? We'll see if the tower up in the tower they spot those assassins. Roll. There you go. Would have been a good roll. A 35. What's the perception on these guys? It's they can't see them. So let's have a look. So more mortar fire. It's 95. It's a fail. It's no good. But you know what we'll do? We'll say that with that is actually a critical failure. We're going to say that the platoon right next to him, short round, kills a few guys. We're going to say that the front rank opens fire. Oh, a 28 with ranged of 33. So it's one hit on each. As they go in for the close combat. What are they going to hit them with? 49. with a close combat of 43. It's no good, so it's just smashed the lines. We're going to say that there's going to be some more support coming from up in the tower. 43, no good. And we're going to say now that reports of gunfire from the west come in. See what they can do. See what they can do back. 66, no good. And a 3. Wow. Okay. So that's it's a critical success. They're going to beat them off. With a 3, that's going to happen. And then we're just going to have to let them deal with some slugger boys coming in afterwards. And maybe even some assassins and some knobs at the front. Okay, so give him screenshots for that. We'll say 10, 10, 10. And we'll go back. Okay.
Hello there, boy.
Group of Ragnash, right. So your assassins to the south report that they have seen what looks like a baggage train on the main road to the south. However, the Imperials have just fortified a chapel to the south, and your slugger boys have gone into the front ranks of the Imperials along the tree line. You can hear that there's heavy fighting. Are you still marching slowly forward or not?
What's the distance like between my sluggers and choppers? What's the distance? What's the gap like?
Well, it's like three squares. So yeah, you know, it's half a turn.
If the sluggers and choppers are removed, and are they the gunners in range?
No.
2 paces, 2 squares.
2 squares. They might be able to you know, get some indirect fire in there and, you know, see if they can, you know, tempt them. But yeah, if the sluggers fell back, then yeah, you can have like a little bit of a shooting match. Sure.
Okay.
You
said I had cavalry.
They have cavalry. You don't have cavalry.
Oh, okay.
You lost all your ball cavalry in at Pine Falls. But
so there's a baggage train.
Yeah, there's a baggage train to the rear of the column. It's kind of moving eastwards. But Mugzod Mad Chopper says to you that you need to be more aggressive. You need to go in and charge the Imperials. They're not going to come into the jungle. You're going to have to hit them and hit them hard.
The baggage train is heading eastward.
Yeah, eastwards along the road.
That's and am I parallel to the road? Am I attacking formation?
So if you look at your formation, right, it's kind of going in like a southeasterly direction. So if you head due south, there is like a chapel that's fortified with a bunch of dudes, and further south still, there's a baggage train.
Right, but they're not. They're like a turn or 2 away.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 turns away.
All right. And to my east is Mugzod Mad Chopper.
He's right next to you.
Yeah.
Mugzod Mad Chopper is right next to you, and he's saying we need to be aggressive. We need to go in.
What's he doing at the moment?
He's being your lieutenant, but I mean all of these guys are pretty much his men. So, you know, he wants to see a victory.
All right. Oh, he's the other. So I've just kind of joined in as leader.
Well, I mean, you are the big boss, but I mean, this is his.
They're his troops.
They're his troops.
All right.
Considering you got most
Well-
of yours killed in the last battle.
They fought valiantly to the last man.
Right, what do you want to do?
Oh. Well, bring my main column behind the basically the troops behind the auto gunners.
Yeah.
We'll move them to flank east to head off this baggage train
Okay.
along the road.
Yeah.
But we don't want them to be too visible and cross out from the tree line.
Okay.
The sluggers carry on what they're doing, and the auto gunners are going to shift east to try, if they can, to get a angle and fire on the eastern flank
Okay.
of the enemy.
They're shifting. Okay. I'll do
Yeah.
that. No worries.
So what should end up is basically, almost, the whole formation is just moving.
I'll send
East to
I'll
east.
send you a screenshot
Yeah,
of what I
and
think.
then okay,
It's like it's still loading, so it's a new one.
is this little shot to scale? Is that all I can see?
That's all you can see.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a road due
So
south.
much easier when
It's so much easier when you got the map. Yeah, I know.
no, I was going to say when I can look over your shoulder.
Oh, this is it. This is proper Kriegsspiel now.
Yeah,
So yeah, they're shifting. Oh, it's still loading.
yeah,
So they're kind of shifting like that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, we're doing it.
and yeah.
Okay.
So the main column, grip hook and mug chopper, they're going to wait at the tree line basically,
Yeah.
and the assassins can move stealthily forward, try and pick off some officers,
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
cause some confusion, attack, and withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
Try and cause some confusion as to where these other forces are.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's enough. Okay, let's get back to the bish. Go turn. Oh, they're already there? For turn 10? I guess they must have held their ground, right? No change. Just... Did we roll for that? I feel like we didn't roll. Okay, let's do it again. That was a 3. Yeah, okay, so that's got to be 1 hit on these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. You know what? We'll do 1 hit on the side there. And hitting back, actually, in the close combat of things, is 31. So 31, 21, 2 hits back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. They're putting forward. They're going forward. They're going forward. Right. Boom. into the dead pile. Here we go. So we'll give him a new screenshot. Turn 11. We'll go up to maybe turn 14 and see what happens. Oh God, this has been going on for about 2 hours, so we'll hurry things along. We'll hurry things along. But yeah, I think we'll do a charge in and we'll do a charge in, but or maybe we'll have Mugzod Mad Chopper try and kill Griphook Ragnash for his poor performance. But let's go back in, and when that's loaded, chat to the bishop. If anyone watching this wonders what I was rolling for down here, I was going to see if they picked up an artifact, but that was in the 60s, so they didn't pick anything up. Okay, boom. Hello, Bishop. Okay, so out to the west. Squad Company F reports that they've had some sporadic auto gunfire coming in from the jungles out west. Close combat in front of you. It's pretty heavy, but your men are holding their own. They're pretty confident in their abilities. You've got some of Company B heading out to the east. Yeah, still mortar fire going in, bit of heavy weapons, but yeah, this is definitely where the crux of the fight is at the moment. What do you want to do?
Okay. Let's redirect mortar fire to the location of the autogun. Firing. And also, I believe it's time for the militia to have their glory charge. Stop firing on the front line and just ensue in melee, while the militia can sort of like strike in on their blind side.
Oh yeah,
and,
okay.
Try to deal as much damage as possible.
Cool.
I think that'll be good.
Will do. Okay. So yeah, they're headed out east. We gave him the screenshot of what he wanted to do, so they were doing it. He's ordered his guys out this way, so we'll do it. Just kind of running along the line here, but as soon as they do that, these guys come in and smash, and it's a big old melee. These guys are going to come down here, so that's going to be a different kind of battle, and that'll do it. He said he wanted the assassins to go in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll chuck him in with these guys. They're going to come in on, like that on the east, and we'll say that maybe a couple of them get a couple of shots in, but not many. And I guess he's still going at the same pace, so he's like that, and we'll let him have a hint of what's going on around here. So good old salty chef. Next turn for you, and it's all a bit of a mess for him anyway, so we'll see what's going to happen. Ugh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? let's sort out the combat first. Right, let's do from right to left. Right. Let's get back on track here. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, so Motch'Ikan militia will fire. No good. 95, 22. Ooh, they were defending their homeland, so they've certainly hit 1, 1, 1. But as soon as that happens with a 95, that's a critical failure. I'm going to see if they hold. I'm going to see if they hold. An 88, they're off. They're running off. They're like, nope, we're not attacking this hamlet. No good. Okay, so we'll do first off. Oh, 3. Holy shit. With the range combat, so that is critical success. 33, 23, 13, 3. Wow. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? For fun, we'll do the back ones as well. Holy crap. And for close combat, they hit back just as hard. So, what is it? 40, I forget now. 43, 43, 33, 23. 3 hits back on these fellas here. So, 1, don't. Say they get them like that. So, just like that, as the militia comes in across here. You know what? We'll say maybe even give them a bit of support fire. See if the mortars. They do. Holy shit! The mortars hit the guys at the back. Oops. Seem to have misclicked again. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 1, 1. This attack has broken up. Maybe we were too generous for Bishop. Maybe we should have gone full hard and heavy. But we wanted this regiment to live. He's played it good. You know, he's got the Motch'Ikans on side. Yeah, maybe in the next campaign we'll see the Purgatonia coming back. But before we do that, we're going to roll and see how well these hyped up militia do. They've suffered heavy casualties, but they're the only ones coming in. Oh, that's a hit for sure. He's a goner on that flank. They're gone. And contested now, hand. What's the damage? Holding on. Holy shit. Oh man. Right, so let's work out what is the close combat. Well, they held on pretty well. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. As he comes in, he replaces him. He replaces him. He says, "Be right back. Don't leave now, Bishop." We'll say the assassins. What damage do they do? 37. So they get on there. And we'll roll for... Oh, jeez. Range combat, 33. 3 hits on all these guys. Up the front. I think maybe I screwed Freddy Come Lightly over, making him take over mid-battle. But this is maybe this is realistic. You know, the guy at the back is what it is. Support coming from the tower there. Oh man, that's not bad either. 25. That's 2 hits. do the sporadics kind of stuff. But man, this is grim. I mean, we always knew that the Orcs were going to lose, but this is grim. We're going to maybe allow Griphook to go out in a hail of glory, perhaps. Boom. Let's give him that. Let's give him that. And tempt. Tempt the bishop into maybe mounting his own. Attack as he sees through. The jungle. As he sees through the jungle what looks to be the Orc war boss. Maybe we're going to have a hand-to-hand. Maybe the bishop himself will kill Griphook. See if he is back. He doesn't look like he's back, but we'll have a chat to come lightly. Hello. Did you get the screenshot?
I did, dear boy.
So you've moved up, and you can see that your sluggers have engaged along the tree line, and you spot what looks like a very hench priest with like a swaying incense ball at the front lines. Looks like he's quite important.
Yeah.
And what do you want to do? I mean, it's heavy fighting along that line. Mortar rounds are still coming in all around you. It's heavy going. What's the plan?
Well, we're now close enough to the enemy that we can make a plan. We're going to send. I'm going to send the main column at the front with Griphook and Mudzod's Mad Chopper forward. Griphook and some knobs are gonna try and push through the parallel squares where that priest is, that orange block.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try and take him down and do some damage to the morale.
Okay.
The rest of the column can engage and fill in the gaps when the sluggers and choppers fall away.
I'll just push you in for an attack, and we'll see what happens.
All right.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So, in the last 5 minutes,
There he is.
through the trees, you see what looks like a couple of big, nasty orcs moving in with a good old group of knobs around them. Your men are holding at the front for now. What do you want to do?
How dense is the foliage?
It's jungle, but you know, they're kind of hard to miss. You see big shadows. Moving forwards. You're on the tree line. You can see it. It's fairly thick, but you get the picture.
Let's just This is interesting because on one hand it's sort of like, oh man, Kennex should totally have a duel with him. But on the other hand, I'm pretty sure it's like, he's gonna die.
You might get lucky. You might get lucky. Who knows?
It's true. Yes. Okay. Okay. You know what? I will duel him if he's softened up a little bit. So let's just like scream that there's shadows in that general vicinity and launch some mortar fire at them. The militia can keep going if they really feel comfortable fighting in a really hot area like that.
Yeah, the militia at the corner of your eye and in your periphery vision have come out from the flank and dispatched a good number of orcs. They're ready to fight. They're ready to fight for their homeland.
All right, then send them all the way. Let's hold the line. The men in front, although as much as I'd like to switch them, they will fight until they break. So let's keep it like that.
Okay, we're doing it. Right. Okay, so he's coming in. We're going to maybe get those rifles on the side. These guys are coming in to block, and the knobs are coming through. These guys are, maybe just doing their thing. This is the last 2 turns now, and here we go. And Mugzod, you know what? He's gonna maybe just sit back here and just watch, because if Griphook Ragnash dies, he becomes the big boss. I'll tell you, right, we'll give him that report about shooting them off to the west as well. This attack is going to fail. Yeah, I could have been way more brutal, but yeah, he gets the picture. He gets the picture. But yeah, we'll do from right to left as these guys now start to form up, and yeah, you get the picture. They offer a bit of supporting musket fire, so let's do that. No good. And then it's hand to hand along here. Pretty same. Okay. Let's roll for the Motch'Ikans. 91. Oh dear, but a 68. So, yeah. Let's have a look at what the gunfire does. Oh, a 9. Holy shit. So that is... yeah, range combat 42, 32, 22, 12, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's rough. Rough for them, but hey ho. Okay, so what we'll do is move these guys across, and we'll have the knobs come in. Oh, no, there you go. And they get their own dice, but we'll roll for along the line here first of all. See what holds up. Oh shit, a 98 and a 91. So that's a fail, but they'll hold. They're holding, but they're buckling. We're just trying to pick that, and maybe as the knobs come in, what do they do? And they're on a 65, we'll say, 57. Boom, boom, and they buckle through the line, but they're holding. Support fire for the mortars, a 19. So that's 1 at least. So let's get along here. Just a couple. But it's a bad day to be an orc. It's the last survivors of Pine Falls. My money's on the Bish. My money's on the Bish. Okay, we'll do Company E. Actually, no, was that company over here? It's a mess. We'll do the respite chapel now. No good for firing backwards and forwards. What's the supports? 21. So every other guy gets killed. And you know what? Yeah, I'll just add a 1 there as well. Not that it matters because he can't see it, but we'll roll another support value over here. No good. Close combat as they move in. 77. Haven't done it, but certainly it's looking rather precarious. As Griphook Ragnash comes in turn 13. Right, we'll give him hello, dear boy. You're typing something.
I was going to go to the loo, but you've. I was going to say I'm going to the loo, but
Your knobs
don't worry.
have pretty much smashed through the line, but they're holding. The enemy's holding strong. Do you want to assist in this push and go hand to hand with the bishop?
Yes.
All right, you're doing it.
Let's go full
Full
scale melee.
Full ham. Okay, we're doing it.
Wow.
You're calling him out.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so it's a whirlwind all around you. There's lots of lance fire and heavy weapons. There's a lot of hand-to-hand going on along this tree line, and the orc war boss points to you across the kind of the lines and challenges you. He's
Okay.
just as the knobs are almost starting to break through your line. What are you gonna do?
Okay, let's take some of the reserve, about 3 lines back, and try to patch together that hole. Although I will signal to accept his challenge, I don't expect that his knobs will honor that all too much. So, just as a precautionary, I will sort of move back and let some of the units in reserve sort of cover up that little hole that they're breaking through.
How aggressive are you going to be against the orc war boss?
Aggressive?
Yeah. So let's say if you reach him, what are you going to try and do? Are you going to try and shoot at him? Are you going to try and use a melee weapon or something? What do you reckon?
Okay. So to provoke him, because I know orcs really, really love this, is if we have a flag, any sort of banner, any sort of color, standard, anything, I'm obviously gonna lift it in response to that, just so you know. The orcs really love that. Overall, until direct contact, I'm gonna be very cautious. If we ever come into single hand-to-hand combat, Kanek is going to be as aggressive as possible. I presume this orc is like 4 to 6 times taller, bigger than him. So maybe a gun, a chainsword, and a nice imperial crossed around his neck. His band is gonna. They're not gonna fight with him, but they're gonna be like singing songs, chanting litanies, praying, hoping for a miracle.
Okay. Sure thing. I'll get it done.
Yeah.
I'll get it done, don't you worry. Okay. I need to figure out 4, 5, 6. It's 4, 5. 5, 4, 5. There we go, 16. Yeah. What was their special? Was it a banner? Oh, that was drop sentinels. Oh, he's supposed to have drop sentinels as well. Oh, shit. Totally forgot about the drop sentinels. Never mind. Whoops. Forgot about the drop sentinels. Oh well. The baggage train helps out the wounded, and let's do the knobs, see what damage they can do. Will they hold? Oh, 71, so they failed. But a 94. So they're going to clear the way. And that's it. Okay, so we already heard from the Bish that he wants to shoot at him first, and then he wants to go at him with a chainsword. He does have his little party around him, but this is it. Let's see if the shot lands. It's a 57. He is no good at that with regards to ballistic skill. He's a 28. He's no good. Let's have a roar from Grip Hook. It's a squeak. That's 300s in one match. He coughs. He coughs on his own roar. Right. Let's see now. Let's see if we can get Come Lightly to speak.
Hello, you boy.
Hello. So you've got the bishop right in front of you. You roar, and then you cough on your own roar. What are you doing now?
I cough on my own roar.
Yes, you tried to scare him, but you coughed instead.
Yeah, did I roll poorly?
You rolled 100 out of 100, which is very poor. So it wasn't a roar at all. It was just more of a sneeze, perhaps.
What about Muzzog? Is he in the thick, or is he holding back?
Muzzog, Mad Chopper is nowhere to be seen.
He's not joined the fight?
You can't see him from where you are, but you know you've pushed forward, and that's that. So in front of you, you've got the enemy general right in front of you. What do you want to do?
Well, stomp on him.
Stomp on him.
Yeah, he's
okay.
He's a tiny human.
We're going in for a stomp. Right. So I'll get rid of that. So he goes in for a stomp. Close combat is a 43. Gets a 70. It's a miss. Perhaps he almost even stumbles. So you're now face to face with Grip Hook Ragnash, the enemy warlord. He roars, or at least attempts for a roar, but it's more of a cough than anything else. You're kind of maybe taken a little bit back at how unthreatening this orc is, and he tries to stomp at you and just try and kick you basically, but he kind of stumbles a little bit in doing so, but he's still on his feet. What do you want to do?
Try to shoot for the eyes and chainsword for the stomach.
Okay, I'll do that. We're
catch up any of the what's up?
No, I was just going to say we're in kind of close combat kind of stuff. So I'll be going backwards and forwards very quickly, and this will be over in 5 to 10 minutes, I'm sure.
Got it. Okay. So
shoot him first, then chainsaw.
Yeah, and then have the rest of the forces try to sort of patch up any holes that are in the
Will do.
things. But yeah.
Okay.
Screaming the Emperor's name all the way.
Screaming the Emperor's name all the way. Okay, so this is the shot. That will be the chainsaw. Let's have a look. Boom. It's a miss. But you're scratching with the chainsword. we'll say best out of 3. See, the bishop with his weapon skill has just scratched him. Oh, he's just scratched him with his chainsword. Right, okay. So that's 1. Best out of 3. Can Grip Hook Ragnash hit him back?
Hello.
So you try and stomp at him, but he manages to just dodge out of the way, and you stumble a little bit, and he tries to shoot you but misses, swings at you with his chainsword and catches you on the arm, or you know, the freshly sewn arm that you got sewn back on after the Battle of Pine Falls. So that's now injured. What do you want to do?
Pick him up and try and bite off his head.
Pick him up and try and bite off his head. Right.
Yes. I'm hungry.
Okay. Sure thing. I'll be back.
Yeah.
He tries to swipe at you, but you manage to dodge out of the way. What are you doing next?
My bad, I was muted. This is starting to get tense. Continue the flurries, one-on-one combat. If possible, just trying to ram a chainsword through him. If I ever have the opportunity, kind of cool, you know, pop off some shots before he goes into close combat once again.
Okay.
May the Emperor's faith guide him.
You're swinging, you're praying, you're shooting wildly, but that's a miss. I'll see what he wants to do in response.
Got it.
He tries to swing at you some more, and he tries to fire some shots off with his handgun. They're both misses, as you kind of evade as best as you can with your injured arm, but you try to swipe at him and try to bite off his head, but he ducked out of the way. What's next?
All right. Where are my knobs in relation?
They're fighting other people along the line, but you can
So it's 1-on-1 in mano a mano.
Mano a mano. I mean, you can maybe grab a knob and get him to help. Maybe.
Are there any nearby Gretchens?
Not
What
that you
are
can
the
see.
assassin Gretchens doing?
Not well. You put them on the wings, so they're not in the center. That's for sure.
Are they engaging?
As far as you're aware, what's going on next?
Is there any infantry, Imperial infantry nearby, or Mohicans?
There's Imperial infantry to your flanks, and that's where your knobs are as well. They're trying to crash through the line.
Is grip hook within grabbing distance of a tiny human being?
Yes, probably.
Can he grab one and then beat the bishop down with the human?
Okay. So you managed to grab a human. You're going to try and beat him with one of the soldiers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my arm's injured, so I'm going to use someone else's.
Okay. Okay. I'll be back. I'm back.
It's new.
So, Grip Hook Ragnash grabs one of your soldiers from nearby out of the corner of his eye, picks up...
I'm just gonna assume this is a robed boy who's just like covered in parchment.
Yeah, so he picks up one of your boys and basically just chucks him at you. And And as the body flies through the air, it misses you by a good way, but it's clear that the orc is frustrated.
Okay.
What do you want to do now?
That's awesome. Let's see. I think that's more of a matter of honor and glory, whether or not. You know what? The rest of the entourage that Kennick has, I feel like after the orc boss sort of messes with them, I feel like they have the right to, just chip in on the fight a little bit, see how that goes. There shouldn't be no more than like 5 or 6 people, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because then I'm worried about knobs jumping in as well. Is there any explosives nearby?
Probably not. I mean, you might have a grenade strapped to your chest or something, or maybe there's a.
Oh, an emergency grenade.
And perhaps, I don't know. It's your character. What have you got?
Okay. Is there anything? Okay. What I'm gonna try to do is I want Kennick to sort of like fall back.
Okay.
And try to provoke a roar of some sort. And then once he roars, no matter how what kind of roar it is, I want him to take the grenade and just like try to chuck it in his mouth.
Okay. Let's see.
I just see what happens. My fingers crossed.
Okay. So you take a couple of steps back. He roars. You chuck the grenade, but it goes wide. I'll be back, and I'll just tell him what you did. Right. And it explodes in the background and maybe kills a couple of knobs, and maybe even catches a few of your own guys, but that's war.
All in the name of the Emperor.
Exactly. Okay. So the bishop takes a couple of steps back and then off of his kind of bandolier pulls the pin on a grenade, throws it at you, but it goes over the top of you and kills a couple of knobs behind you. What are you doing now? You have the advantage.
Have the advantage. He's taken a couple of steps back.
Yep.
Have I still got this human in my hand?
I thought you chucked it at him.
And I was going to beat him with it.
Oh, you were going to beat him with it. Well, we'll say it slipped out of your hands, and yeah, maybe with such force, the leg snapped off, and he just flew through the air. And
that's yeah.
That's more grimdark.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. Let's charge.
Charge
forward. Charge forward.
Right.
Try and get him in close. And try and bite his head off again. But try and get in really deep, close melee combat, like hand to hand.
Okay. You've charged him, and you've knocked him to the ground. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'll just speak to the bishop.
Body slam.
Body slams to the ground. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, bishop.
How's it going?
You threw the grenade. It goes wide. The orc lets off a mighty roar and charges you.
Oof.
And you're knocked to the floor about 10 feet away. What are you doing now?
Okay. 10 feet away from the massive green dude?
Yep.
Okay. I think I have nothing else to do but to get back up and try to pop off a few more shots and just run in back and try to go in for the stomach. One, like, just with a chainsaw, just thrust right into him, try to knock any blows he would have, or tries to dodge anything that he would throw at me while Nick would be running in, and then just sort of a thrust right into the stomach.
Okay. Okay, so that was his thrust. That was his shots. They missed. I'm going to say that some guardsman somewhere shoots at grip hook. He's got it. He's got to hit him. He's got to hit him. He misses. All right. Jeez. It's like handbags at dawn.
Hello there, boy.
Hello. So the bishop, he's in pain, but he dusts himself off, fires a couple of shots at you, but they go wide. What are you doing now? He looks winded.
What melee weapons have I got?
You've got your butcher's hook
Yeah.
and that's it.
Well, is the butcher's hook just on a is the butcher's hook just like just is on a string or on a rope or something? It's just a single butcher's hook.
Yeah, it's a butcher's hook. I mean, I imagined it was on a piece of rope. Yeah, and you can just hold it and use it as a melee weapon, or you can use it as some kind of grip if you want. Yeah, grip hook, butcher's hook. Yeah,
Well,
I mean that's
yeah,
how we came up with the name, right?
Yeah, well, you know, grip hook. I've got to say, he's pretty pissed off right now.
Uh huh.
You know, he's only just got this arm, and already it's fucking injured. You know, he's feeling a bit fucking berserk.
Uh huh.
You know, so he's gonna try and go fishing, and latch on to this bishop,
Uh huh.
and bring him towards him so he can beat him down with his
Well,
big fists.
you rolled a 73, so that's a miss, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to go back to him. But yeah, someone's got to hit eventually. So bishop, you fire at him, you miss, and in response, the war boss pulls out what looks to be a butcher's hook on a piece of rope, and he tries to lasso you with it, but he misses. What do you want to do?
Okay.
You have the advantage. You have the advantage, as you know, he's just thrown away. Well, not thrown away, but he's trying to reel back in his melee weapon, this butcher's hook on a rope. What are you doing?
Charge and go in.
Charge and go in.
With the chainsword right through his stomach. Try to like duck any blows he might have to rebound, and just try to go in for that like killing blow. Biting my nails here.
I'll be back. It was almost a 0. It was almost a 0, and I want to give it to him. I want to take the bishop to the next campaign, and you know it's now 10 past 2 in the morning. Come on, just there you go. No one saw it. It'll be fine. Grip hook is dead. I said it was best out of 3, and I meant it. And that's it. That's game. Lol. But no, I mean the orcs were never going to win. Yeah, in the times that they've been fighting, these guys would have ran. Good old sneaky Mugsod Mad Chopper, because the player, unfortunately, he did quit because of the slow pace of the game. But it's his men. He's pulling them out. and Griphook Ragnash gets a chainsaw to the belly, spills his guts out. It's gone. He's dead. Griphook Ragnash is no more.
Hello there, boy.
So you're reeling in the butcher's hook, and with the last bit of strength that the bishop has, he takes a few strides and he gets closer and closer and closer, and he swipes at you across the belly with his chainsword
Yeah.
and spills your guts out everywhere.
Oh.
It looks like it's the end of Griphook Ragnash as you fall to your knees and look around you to see the rest of the orcs retreating back into the jungles. It's over.
Ah, there we go.
The rise of Griphook Ragnash was no more. Or it just wasn't to be.
More of the rise and fall.
The rise and fall. Yeah. We'll have to rename the campaign. But yeah, we'll have to get you on for 10 to 15 minute interview in a couple of days as like an end interview, if you like. But yeah, good fighting. This melee was the best of 3 actually, and whilst you had your 70s and 80s and stuff, the bishop, although he had lower stats, he just got the better of you. And
he's got the better rolls.
And to be honest with you, yeah, the orcs weren't looking hot either. They just couldn't break the line, even though they had the same stats as you. The Imperials just seemed to roll better. I mean, most of the troops, were in the 20s. Yeah, they had 20s and 30s for stats, and you had 40s and 50s. So, yeah, it's the end. That's it. But I'll catch you in 5 to 10 minutes, dear boy. I'll just give the debrief to the bishop, and then we'll go out for a joint. Sound good?
Sounds good, dear boy.
See you in a bit. So, Bishop, this is what's happened. So, he charged you, he knocked you to the ground, you were a bit winded, maybe, seeing stars a little bit from the charge of this massive orc. He tries to hook you with a butcher's hook. You manage to dodge it. And then with the last bits of strength that you have in you, you charge him with your chainswords and you slice at him. Hits him right across the belly and his guts spill out everywhere. And he falls to his knees and you chop off his head. And as you do so, the rest of the orcs, as your boys have held the line, see that the jig is up, and they start retreating back into the jungle.
Let's go.
It seems like you have won. You've probably lost only about a fifth of your forces. It was probably sounding a lot more bloodier than it is, but you fought well. You killed. Even though it was 3 or 4 months coming, you managed to get that battle, and you managed to kill Griphook at the very end.
Nice.
I will have to tell you now, though, I still do have 2 battles to go with some other people. So maybe don't tell them yet.
Of course.
but yeah, you've basically won the campaign.
Oh, fantastic. I'm gonna take that head, or Kennick's gonna take the head and just like strap it onto his saddle
Nice.
and ride around with it everywhere.
Okay, man. Well, thanks for the game. What did you think?
Thank you for the game. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Love the more role play aspect of it towards the end of it. That was awesome.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, when you've kind of got a showdown like that, it
Yeah.
my buddy in the other room who's been playing Grip Hook Ragnash throughout the campaign, he said, "Oh, yeah, it was a rise and fall of Grip Hook Ragnash rather than a rise." But he always knew that the orcs were really due to lose. I mean, especially after the Pine Falls battle. I mean, they lost.
Yeah, I heard that was bloody.
They lost about 70% of their troops.
Oof. Jeez.
Yeah, just in that battle. And even though it wasn't like this, I mean, this was really the remnants of it, and most of them are falling back into the hills and the jungles. So it's probably just down to some other regiment somewhere to do the mop-up operations. As I guess we'll try and see you in the next campaign.
Of course. Kennick is probably going to be donning some sort of piece of armor made out of orc bone, because he deserves it.
Would that not be ever so slightly heretical? I don't know. I mean, you could have a trophy, like a head of an orc as a trophy, but
Sure.
orc armor made out of bone? I don't know.
Well, it's imperial armor made out of bone. I don't know. I'll give it a solid think.
Sure.
But that was fantastic.
Cheers, man. Thanks a lot. But anyway, it is coming up to 2:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna have to go to bed. But thanks for playing, and honestly, man, thanks for being patient, because, like I said, it's been nearly 4 months that you've been waiting for this battle. But
thank you for hosting the game. This was awesome.
yeah,
I love this so much.
Yeah, the next one's going to be ever so slightly different. We're not going to do a jungle map, and we're not going to do something quite as big or as grand. So we'll see. But thanks, man. Take it easy.
Thank you. Around.
Oh, we'll save the game just for fun. Yeah. Ooh, there you go. Overwrite. Done. Oh. Anything can happen in a Kriegsspiel, especially when the umpire is on your side and he needs to go to bed. That's for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out. See you on the next one.